Alright, here we go again. Another trip. I always find myself at the airport, man. I feel like I live here. Another 10, 11 days in the jungle. Heading out of Las Vegas to California, to Lima, to Iquitos. I want to show you something interesting on my plane, though. I was excited about getting on this until I saw this gigantic warp in the side of it where that wing attaches.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? I am back from Peru. I will be catching up to real time after this vlog. I know we got a little sidetracked there, but I wanted to show you my two worlds, ayahuasca with poker. So if you don't care about what happened in Peru or what we do out there, then skip forward to 1934 and you can pick up on the outro leaving Peru going to play some poker. Otherwise, it's pretty friggin' magical. You guys should totally check it out, give it a shot. Straight poker vlogs after this video. Back real time. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoy. Taking off from Lima, heading to Iquitos.
I'm trying to fly with no wings.
Dope bitch you ever heard.
I'm stuck stressing again. Don't wanna roll out of bed, cause every day the same thing, nothing ever changing. I'm scratching that 45 on my head, and I just can't stop thinking about how much I've been drinking. I'm smoking on something, trying to stay up, never go to sleep. How the fuck I'm gonna wake up? Hey, I'm trying to fly with no wings, stepping on these cracks in the concrete, headphones on, and I'm trying to turn my pain into words. The one I love don't want me. Good thing I feed off being lonely. I told you motherfuckers that I'm dolo. Life's a bitch and I ain't
Came across a crazy accident. Thank God everybody's alright, but I think they were drinking. Yeah, oh yeah. Looks like they came off the ravine here, crashed into the tree, and haven't called the tow truck yet.
Pushing all the bullshit to the side. Starlit skies, I feel so high. Wind on my back and it ain't alright. Let's have a good time, baby. We going out tonight. Once again, I'm confused. Baby, I never know what to do. And we talk about changing, but it's always the same shit. I'm in love with a ghost cause she loves me too. And I can't stop these assumptions. I tell her I love her, it's so easy. The hard part is putting all my trust and my faith into something that can't prove if it needs me. I'm trying to reach what's too far, running out of gas down a long road and I'm leaving, but she don't care. Shit, she don't even realize that I'm gone. So it's clear I must have made another mistake. Yeah, I wish I saw the signs out. I pumped on the brakes. Guess I'm used to just living at a high speed, driving like the cops right behind me. But we getting drunk and high, even though we know that life is a mess. Time to get loose, get rid of the stress. Shit, I've been working hard all week and this style ain't cheap, baby. We going out tonight. We pushing all the bullshit to the side. Starlit skies, I feel so high. Wind on my back and it ain't alright, but let's have a good time, baby. We going out tonight. Mama would probably be proud if she could look at me now, stronger than ever before. Love tries to push me around, I run it into the ground after I give it away, cause nothing that I love loves me in a similar way. Never pay attention to the signs that I see in the road, driving a little aggressive, love it or leave it alone. The second I be in control, I fall into the trap. Seems as though I have a knack for getting a little attached to things that are gonna collapse. I love what can't love back. Seems as though I always end up saying don't do me like that, fighting the tears in my eyes. Even thugs cry. Nothing's easy if it is, it's too hard to come by. Can't be happy all the time, be happy with sometimes. Can't sleep tonight, I'm going out to the sunrise. Tired of feeling.
I have not checked in much, and I completely know that. What I typically do is take this time for myself and really clear myself out, and that's what keeps me going and makes me come back twice as strong, makes my poker game better, makes my life better. But I'm glad you stopped by to see my Peruvian experience. This place is absolutely amazing. We have Hilmer always taking care of everything. The shaman is sitting out front, knitting like she always does. And this is a screen here, so I know it's hard to see. Danny is out doing the same thing he always does. Muchas gracias. beautiful. We have the puppies out front, always. Oh, Campbell. We have Danny out there swimming with some people that have come to visit us. Everyone's out here swimming. And for the ladies, here's Jaime. You can always find people doing amazing stuff out here and having a great time. People always just get right in the Amazon. They push themselves, they go the distance, and
such a nice sapote. You like it? Yeah,
apparently they've been eating sapote, some fruit that grows in the land from the trees around here. Actually, Jaime's holding it in his hand right now. It's amazing healing in many ways, layers and layers that you don't even expect. It's very transformational, especially for people who are struggling internally. This is our Peruvian world. Love and joy. Very tranquilo. Muy bueno. Chickens. Birds crowing in the trees. Now this is what I'm looking for. What do you got here, sir?
we have sapote.
Sapote.
It's one of the very delicious jungle fruit. And right now it's ripe and ready to eat because it tastes so sweet and good and lovely fruit. Called passion fruit.
Mango. Kind of like papaya and mango. Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Good?
The best fruit ever.
Oh, wow.
It's so delicious.
And this is one of their school teachers here, and I believe there is another school teacher in here. This is why we're out here, guys, trying to do amazing things for people. You could also help us. They all have candy. Everybody has dum-dums. Everybody, including myself. Where's yours, bro?
I hide it for
Por eso los animales se mueren, están contaminándose todo. Y nosotros como seres humanos, como Dios nos ha creado, debemos nosotros agradecer a Dios por tener el aire puro, los animales, las plantas que nos han brindado.
Muy bien.
Debemos agradecer todos los días de nuestra
Muy rico.
vida. Gracias a los amigos que han venido tan lejos.
There's a neighbor singing in the distance and he sounds amazing. The lighting and woodwork's amazing, and then you could see the Amazon River, the port. This is literally one of the coolest restaurants I think I've ever been to. We're gonna be getting right on that boat. So we jump on the boat. Gracias, amigo. So you can see the restaurant in the distance. Deliciousness on this floating beast. See, there's a whole pool over there. Here it is, chilling like a mofo. Check it out, I'm on this big dock, which has an in-ground pool in front of the DJ booth and the 2-story restaurant bar on the other side. This place is absolutely amazing. We're literally on the edge of the Amazon. This place is just absolutely amazing. The hustle and bustle is like no other. I got out here by myself. Finally broke away from the crowd. Good and bad. Nice to have some time by yourself out here on the Amazon River. And I think I'm just gonna get a nice bite to eat here at Dawn of the Amazon. It's literally non-stop here. It's pretty crazy. I love this place. There's no other place in the world that you can feel as free and not worrying about any weird problems that you have at home. So it's pretty amazing. I love it. You can find all the freedom in the world here. Great food, beautiful women, and endless shit. It's amazing. This is my hotel. I can show it to you really quick. So I bet you're wondering where I am. I'm in the northern city of Peru called Iquitos. We have people fly in here and we get them to this hotel. We end up hanging here for a day or two and then go out to the jungle. This is one of the in-between stops, but this place is pretty cool. Let me show you this place a little bit. First and foremost, they got a couple cool little birds right here. Look at it. They're always here. There's one of them. It's like you're in the jungle, but you're not. I'm gonna be held up in this tiny room. I got a shower, I got a toilet, little sink, a bed, a fan on the wall. So I'm stuck in between cities, basically. I'm in between 2 points. I need to get on a plane tomorrow, but I couldn't be out in the jungle because of the distance and timing. I got everything done, but it's time to go home. So I'm excited about that. I have a lot of time to myself. I've been just kind of writing and making plans. Here, it's pretty cool. It's double doors, and I'll just peek out here. Thank you so much for joining me out here in Peru. I have, 48 hours around here, so I figured this is a great time to tell the vlog a little bit about what's going on. It's a very unique situation for me, certainly because I own the company, right? So we bring several people out here. I originally started with the medicine over my depression. I can come out here several times a year, once every 3 months or so. So it's literally gotten to the point where I was able to work through a lot of these different things, and it's the amazing thing is it's to the point now where I'm being able to pick things like smoking and lighter topics like that to work on because I have progressed so far. Originally it was anxiety and depression, basically. Most people would have never have known it. There was a lot of underlying things that I just didn't understand. I won't bore you with all the specific topics right now. If you would like to know, I would be happy to share. Reach out to me any way you can. Look at my other channel. There's a lot of that there. Write a comment below. I am fortunate enough to be able to come here many times a year and just pick some things that need work in my life and get them fixed. And so that's what I do when I'm here helping other people. Obviously the major reason why I'm here is to bring the groups out and to assist in helping them understand what's happening to them. But I also get the opportunity to work with the shaman, the medicine itself, and all these different things while I'm there too, of course. So I always take that opportunity. That's my point. I'm done smoking cigarettes. They're nasty, I don't want to, and any little thing that controls you, has any control over your mind is not healthy and you shouldn't have it. So after a while I end up like getting down on myself over anything that has control of my mind in any kind of sense, because it's me, it's my life. Why should anything ever affect me negatively that I do? I am spending all my time cutting out all of these things that take a little bit of my mind and trying to live through presence. Typically, if you're coming out for ayahuasca, it's like once in a lifetime thing. You're trying to work on some major issues in your life, and it kind of can help with many things: addiction, depression, anxiety, even like even smoking, for example. So that's what I wanted to come out here and work on. My mind now saying no more cigarettes, because I used ayahuasca, processed with it, and this is where I've come from. At one point, I kind of focused on my poker game, and it was amazing. It's always amazing. The results are always amazing. I've gotten many questions about it. I know this is a poker vlog, so I'm not trying to get too deep into any of this stuff, but there's a lot of questions and people keep asking me. I'm here, I might as well come live to you and share a little bit of my life. So thank you so much for listening. I hope I didn't bore you too much. And if you are interested in ayahuasca, then please check out the other channel. Please message me. I would like to help anybody who struggles with anything in their life. Honestly, that's my main goal in life. This poker thing fell to the wayside, and I enjoy making videos. I love playing poker, so I just put them together for the fun of it, just out of inspiration, really. This is my main gig. And this goes along with another Q&A question, I suppose, is I'm not a professional poker player anymore. That's not where my majority of my money comes from. I do it for fun now. I don't feel the need to have to rise up in stakes. I just play fun and comfortable. I'm certainly not a rich individual either, so, you know, I'm spending majority of my money in my major thing in my life. Poker is just when I'm free. I hope you enjoy my videos, and I will continue to make them regardless, because I love to do it. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the hype and the boom, man. It's amazing. You guys are boosting me up. It's incredible to see the numbers rise. It just makes me feel good, and I appreciate all of you. I hope I can help you guys. I hope you can learn something from me. It's important to me that everyone feels good in their life. And if you don't feel good in your life, hit me up, let's talk. I'm pretty active with you guys. I enjoy the comments, so I'll always be there for you if you need somebody. This front little balcony, and it's literally right over the Amazon basin right here. People listen to music, some things. What's up, buddy? Can I get the food here is absolutely amazing. Look at that. It's like a fruit juice syrup for the pancakes. Apples and banana with caramel, cheese and eggs, and organic pancakes. Oh my god, I'm in heaven. I'll be right back. I got something to take care of. Okay, here is Iquitos Square. Literally a quarter block from the hotel. Beautiful here. So I was just walking down the street and I stumbled across this. I am sitting here on this bench, and this little cat just walked up. What's up, a new friend, apparently. Gotta go, buddy. Good luck. I have to be honest with you. I am dying to play some 2-5. Let's get back to Vegas. Back in America, feeling good. We're all about to go through the scanner. Let's see how this goes. Alright, no worries. I got you, man. I got you. Business out here. Just like that, 16 hours later, back to Vegas. Alright, I'm ready for some real deal poker. It's been too long. Get ready in the Bellagio, jump in this 2-5 game.
I'm here for the exhibition, the National Hockey.
Alright, so after about 2 rounds, I finally get my first playable hand. Pretty interesting. The guy to my left, I watched him raise the big blind from the small blind, obviously not chopping. So after that hand, I asked him, do you chop? And he seemed to be confused, he didn't understand, so we'll just forget about it. My first playable hand comes from the small blind. I squeeze pocket nines, two black nines. Everybody folded around, so it was just me as the small blind with pocket nines versus him. The same exact scenario. So I did the same exact thing to him, bumped it up to 15. And he calls. So we go heads up to the flop. Flop is 10, 6, 8. And I go ahead and continuation bet. Figure I probably have the best hand here most of the time. And I also have a gut shot. If all else fails, maybe he's got a 10, but I feel pretty good. I continuation bet for 25. He calls pretty quickly. Turn comes a 9, so I hit a set, but very likely that he hit a straight at this point. It doesn't feel good, so I check immediately. He checks behind. River is another 9. We hit quads. So at this point, I decide, you know, the only way I'm really getting paid is if he has the 7. If he did hit the straight. And if he doesn't, then maybe I can just overbet and make it seem like a bluff. So I went for an overbet and I bet 100 straight. He thinks about it for a while and calls. He ends up showing me the 7. So pretty interesting. We made a couple jokes about the hand after. Good start.
One hand you woken up with what? One hand you played entire night and woken up with.
Just got here, man.
Huh? Look at
Give me a little time. Give me a little time.
One hand you played. You woken up with what? Sucking up. Yeah. I was about to read it. I was about to read it. You would have thought, let me just calm down. I thought I've read enough for this hand. Just read this. This was a raise. This was a raise, man. Would have been a big fuck up.
Just ship it. You're supposed to just ship it right there. Okay, on this next hand, it's been another round or two, and I haven't played any hands. So obviously I'm starting to be perceived tight. At this point, I'm in mid to late position. There's 2 people behind me in the button. So 3 people total acting behind me. And it gets limped once or twice up to me. I see the 8-6 of spades and decide the time to put a move on. I raise to 20. I get 2 calls behind me. The button folds. Big blind calls. and the guy to my right calls. So 5 players to the flop, which is pretty gross. So the flop is 8 queen 4, and everybody checks up to me. I decide to put a continuation bet in. This is pretty crazy, but understand I've been perceived as pretty tight up until this point just because I've been so card dead. So I'm gonna just go for it in this one. I do have second pair. There's a lot of people in the pot to be pushing this, but I'm going for it here. Continuation bet of 85. The guy behind me calls and everybody else mucks. So thank God we are heads up to the turn, and it's against the guy that I already showed quads to. So it's playing my story pretty great. The turn is a king. So another card that was supposed to hit me. I could even play it off like my ace king just came through luckily for me. So I'm going to put in another big bet here, praying for a fold obviously. And I pick a 125 size, and he goes in the tank for a long time. I fast forward all these little things to keep these videos short, so you'll never be able to tell, but literally it was about 3.5 minutes. So he finally mucks it, and we pick up this nice pot with the measly pair of 8s. Quads. This next hand shows my style, but I believe it's also keeps the losses minimum and gives me chances at big hands. A lot of the time you'll see me hit those hands, and when I don't, I can just get away from it like this hand. So we start out by peeling the ace 10 of spades. I'm on the big blind. It gets raised by a fairly tight player to 20. I make the call in the big blind, so we go heads up. I'm going to be out of position with this ace 10 of spades. Flop comes king, jack, 10. There's 1 spade. So I have bottom pair, backdoor, nut spades, and a gut shot. So I check, and he puts a continuation bet in of 45. So normally I would just fold this hand, but against the tight guy, I feel as if I peel another card, he may check the turn, which would give me a chance to steal it, not to mention if I catch my gutter or a spade comes. There's a lot of ways I think I have implied odds or equity in this hand, so I'm gonna peel one more card for 45 and see what happens. He seems a little nervous too. I don't know him that well at this point, so he could either have a really good hand or is bluffing, but at this point I'm pretty much believing he's in a good hand. I'm going to reevaluate on the turn. The turn is... shit, what was the turn? Let me check. Let's see, I know it was some rag. 5 of diamonds. So turns a 5 of diamonds, I check. He makes another bet, which I go ahead and give up here. So this next hand, we have Queen 10 off. I'm on the button. There's 1 limp, and I raise it to 15. Small blind calls, and the cutoff calls. So it's 3 players to the flop. The flop is Queen 8 8, 2 spades.
Check.
Small blind checks. The cutoff checks. I go ahead and bet 50. The small blind ends up folding, and the cutoff calls. The turn is a 6 of diamonds. He checks to me, and I think about it, and I decide, just in case he gets there with a spade, or is slow playing an 8, which is possible, I am going to pot control right here. So I check back. The river, 3 of hearts, and he checks again to me.
Check.
So I'm pretty sure he has an okay hand, like a bluff catcher, you know, maybe ace 6 of spades, maybe 7s, I don't know, maybe even 9s. I'm gonna go ahead and, since he's checked twice, put another value bet in. I go for a smaller sizing, about 70, and he thinks for a while and eventually decides on a call. So I roll my hand over. He shakes his head like almost like he knew it, and we ship the pot. So later on, we ended up peeling the Queen 9 offsuit. I'm on the button, and I'm gonna decide to limp with a couple limpers ahead of me. The big blind checks. We go 4 players to the flop. The flop is Queen Deuce 9 Rainbow. So I flop 2 pair. This is beautiful. I'm in position. So the thing is here is, all right, come on, somebody bet, somebody bet, somebody bet. No, I get 3 checks around. Do I want to check it and then hope somebody else bets it out? With 4 people, I'm going to go ahead and say no. So I decide to bet out just small, 15, hope I get some callers, maybe even a raise. Get just 1 caller. We go to the turn heads up. The turn is a 7 of hearts, so obviously he's not going to bet. No, of course he checks. I suppose here you can make a case for maybe checking back. That would look a little weak, and maybe induce something on the river, but I have top 2, and if someone's calling, you gotta worry about the straight draws. With the 7 of hearts on the turn, you have to wonder. That could very well improve some straight draws and now potential heart draws. So I do continue firing. I bet 25. He does end up folding. So you know, maybe if I checked there, maybe he had a weak queen, things like that. But I could come up with a couple other hands he could possibly have. But truly in this case, the way I like to see it, at this point, I would way rather take down a smaller pot than intrigue somebody into a bigger pot that I can lose later. So I kind of play a little protective in a sense. So I would rather gain a little bit of money than lose a bigger pot later. And that's where GTO starts to say, whoa, wait a second. And that's why I'm not 100% GTO, just for the record. So maybe it's my own style. It's like a protective little 50-50 GTO style kind of thing going on. I don't know. Works for me though. And in the cutoff, there are a couple limps in front of me. And I raise to 15. The button folds, the small and the big blind call, and the guy to my right also makes the call. So we go 4 players to the flop. The flop is Jack 9-9, 2 hearts, both small and big blind check.
Check.
The guy to my right bets 40, which I think is pretty weird. He's betting into the razor, but this guy's pretty nuts. He's been raising gut shots, doing some pretty crazy stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick a raise in right now. I'm honestly not too worried about 9. I'm more worried about how many people are in the hand. So he bets his 40. I raise to 100. Now, 100 sizing might be a little too small. Looking back on it, I think I would have liked to have bet a little bit more, 125 or so, maybe even 130, just with the amount of people in this hand. But we do raise to 100, and the small blind cold calls, so that has me worried. The guy to everybody else folds. The guy to my right ends up calling, so there are 3 players to the turn. The turn is a 7 of hearts, so I was just praying for a black card, but of course not. Here comes a 7 of hearts, like, yeah. It checks through, and this is a pretty shitty card. I feel it in my gut, so I'm gonna pot control at this point and check. The other good thing about this card is why I think the check is alright here, is that it brings me a really good heart draw, second nut heart draw. So let's pray for a heart on the river. I'm not even sure if I would be good. I would definitely feel a lot better about my hand. Definitely what I'm shooting for in my mind at this point. So the river is a 4 spades, complete blank. The small blind checks, and the guy to my right leads out $200, of course. I go into the tank. It's a tough spot because it's the one crazy guy who's been betting wildly. Problem is he's just been getting there constantly. And at this point, I was married to my kings. In my mind, I said to myself, this guy's been doing the craziest shit. He had to have finally missed something. I'm gonna catch him right here. But literally, I was just convincing myself into the shittiest call of all time. I even have a guy acting behind me. I looked up and he was holding his hand like he was going to muck. That's why I called in the end. I said, screw it. I feel as though he's definitely folding. I'm the last to act. Maybe I can catch this crazy dude bluffing finally.
Call.
Sure.
And sure enough, he shows.
So
Damn straight.
Nice hand.
The 8-10 off. Ugh.
I was afraid the full house, the flush, many things.
That's what leads me to believe maybe my sizing should have been bigger on the flop raise. So we lose a big pot here. I am understanding I've made a poor play in this very moment.
Do you have a heart at all?
I mean, I knew the 7 of hearts was like just such a shitty card, so I convinced myself into a call, which sometimes I do.
Need another one for flush. How much did you have?
People just do weird shit and spaz out, but that's less likely in these better games. Long story short, bad decision, lesson learned. Let's move forward. I think this puts me back down to about even. I think now I'm up maybe $50 or so.
Such a bad call though. 8-10.
So I'm kind of upset because I was up 350. See what we can do about this. Turn this back to another good session. Okay, so about 2 or 3 hands later, I wake up with wired 3s in middle position. So I go ahead and limp. It's folded around to the small blind who ends up raising to 30.
It's like 30.
And the guy on my right calls. It's a pretty big raise, considering I closed the action 3-3, the bet's 30, and I would be the 3rd player. I just say screw it. It sounds and feels so right. So I call. The flop is exactly what we were looking for. Thank God. A deuce, tray, king, 2 hearts. There is 2 checks in front of me. I go ahead and bet 75.
Okay.
The original raiser, the small blind, calls. There's a lot of commotion going on, like 3 or 4 people end up moving seats in the middle of this hand. He ends up calling, we go heads up. The turn is a 4 of spades. He checks. I end up betting 130. He goes in the tank. So he had me covered and he ends up jamming.
Call.
And I make the call.
I got set.
And the river was a blank. And we go ahead and double up here.
Okay, 333 is the final bet, okay? Final bet is 333. I will need some change. You got 335, 340, 60, 80, and 400, okay?
Okay.
There we go.
Very good. No.
Yeah, this was his.
Yep.
All right, take that. See what we got, please. Jack 9 straight, Queen high straight.
Once again.
Loves the gutters, man. Smashing the shit out of them.
Forrest Gump.
Nice.
Forrest Gump.
Must be nice. Dude.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Run, run, Forrest.
Living the life, man. Living the life, you are.
Alright, so on the next hand, we are on the big blind. Wake up with 4s. Folds around, the button puts in a raise to 15. Small blind folds, I call, we go heads up to the flop. We absolutely smash the flop. The flop is ace, ace 4, rainbow. So I'm hoping that he's going to continuation bet. He is the raiser, so I check, and unfortunately he checks behind. The turn is a jack of hearts, putting out 2 hearts. I check again, just hoping he's going to take the lead at this point. There's enough cards out here, he should be able to have something as the raiser. And unfortunately, no, he checks again. River comes 9 of clubs. I decide I'm going to go for something. A little bit of value. Bet for 30, and he just folds. So I don't know what the hell he was trying to do there, but...
Couldn't bet, could ya?
But he luckily didn't get creative for himself. Unfortunately, not so much for me.
Now, where was that?
Alright, so we've lost a couple players by this point. A bunch of people got up at the same time. So we are 5-handed at this point. I get ace 4 in the cutoff and decide to raise to 15. We do get 2 callers.
Alrighty guys, 3 of you.
We end up going to the flop. King, queen, 3. All hearts. Considering we have the ace of hearts, this is a pretty good flop for us. Both players check. I go ahead and make a continuation bet of
40.
the nut flush draw. The small blind jams for like 42 more.
All in.
And so the other guy gets out of the way. Snap.
Players 1 all in.
You mean ace?
He shows Jack 10, open-ended. The turn comes a 10 of diamonds. He's yelling for the ace at this point, and of course it comes on the river.
Oh, that's sick.
So no heart. He gets a pair of 10s. River's the straight just to rub it in a little bit, and he takes down a smaller pot.
So we got 82
Turned it.
final bet.
Sick.
On the next hand, I raise with ace jack. Everyone basically folds. The game's starting to die down a little bit. It's a lot of nits, and I get the feeling the game's pretty much over. Camera dies at this point, so luckily I only missed one more hand that I played, and that was a pair of black kings. Kind of went like this. I fold. I raised to 15. I raised to 35.
Oh no, that's scary. I don't want to play right now. It's too late. It's too scary at nighttime. I'm gonna fold. Everybody can just go home.
I figured it was a real shitty nitty game, and that's always when time to go home. So, I mean, it's 4:20 in the morning. What not better time to head out of the casino? We bounced. Unfortunately, our camera died. I cashed out, came up to the car, just have it charging right now. It finally just kicked back on, so I don't know exactly where it died. I definitely had decent power, so I shouldn't have lost that many hands. But we bought in for 4 at 1:30 a.m. 2-5 at the Bellagio. We are now leaving it as 4:42, but I've literally been sitting up here for over 10, even 15 minutes with my phone plugged in. That's how dead it was. It wouldn't even like start back up. So we cashed out at 8.86 and tipped a buck. So 8.85. We're up 4.85 after some food. Good session. Put in some good plays, good bluffs. Everything was successful. I did one stupid thing, and that was pocket kings. I made a call on the river that I totally shouldn't have. It's disgusting. Or you already saw it, actually. So it's 4:43. I'm at the top of the garage. I'm gonna head home, pack it in for the night. This was a long vlog, including the Peru thing. I hope you liked the Peru thing, but now we are back to just crushing the Las Vegas vlogs. So let's get some hands in, let's get some money, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more information on what artists are playing in my videos, always check the description. And speaking of the description, go there right now. click on my link about Asha Center. Once you get there, a pop-up will come up. Put your email information in there so I can send you some more information regarding this Peruvian trip. Thank you so much, guys. See you on the next one.